Prototype model. If you are an architect and someone comes to you, make my house, will you be starting the work, means to make the house? You will make a model first. Then you will put it in front of the user and then he will get some idea. So when customer just defines the basic objectives, that is, I want to make a home. For example, a software person who wants to make a software, he'll say, I'll want to make a software like this. But he is not aware what are the functions and features he would need. He doesn't know the detailed requirement. So he cannot tell you as a software engineer what functions and features they want. This is pertaining to the customer. But developer also has certain issues that the algorithm he has used, it might not be efficient. For example, file transfer. Now say 1 MB file he is transferring in 1 minute. Now it is highly likely that for this 1 MB, there are algorithms that can take, say, a second or a millisecond. So the developer is very unsure about the algorithm he'll be using, whether it is efficient or not. So in this kind of scenario, the prototyping paradigm, prototype model, SDLC model is the best approach. So here, the prototyping paradigm will help you as a software engineer and the stakeholder like your customers. You can both understand the issue, the problem, the solution and the requirements. So this prototype is used when the requirements are not clear, they are fuzzy. So all this starts with communication, because in order to know the requirement, you need to talk, you need to communicate, you need to have a meeting. So this communication is the basic aspect. Now, you meet with all the stakeholders, the customers and other stakeholders, then you will decide the overall objective. And then the requirements are known. And then what all other discussions are necessary, because maybe some requirements are still fuzzy. So you need certain more, so say requirement 2 is not clear to you. There's a certain requirement. You need to talk. So prototyping iteration is basically a quick version to be put in front of the user. For that you make a quick design as a software engineer. So here the quick design or a quick prototype or quick version of the software is visible to the end user. For example, 1 year is given to you to make a software. In 1 month, you make a prototype just to give a feel what will be the human interface layout, how you're going to click or you are going to interact with the software. What are the formats, output display formats, input formats, how the menus will be there, what will be the working area. So this prototype, the first prototype is actually is a prototype, not a full version. This is given to the stakeholder. Now he has something in his hand as a user. Now he can give you feedback because he is still not aware of what he wants. But now he can give you feedback. Now you can refine the requirements. Okay. So iteration is, why iteration is done? Iteration is again going back through the same loop, because now you want to fine tune the requirement. Because once the requirement he has given, you need to refine it because the software has to be perfect. For that you need to be very clear about the requirements. So the prototype, what you are giving, say 1 month, 1 year software, 1 month you are giving, this is all about identifying the clear software requirement, what the user want, what the user function and features you are going to put in the software. So prototype is like a first system, first product you are giving to the user to evaluate. Most of the time, this prototype is a throwaway. Means you will give the prototype, customer will give you feedback and you just throw it in the dustbin. But there are certain projects, this throwaway will become the actual system. This is always possible in the prototype model. So normally the first prototype is always a throwaway which you just give to be evaluated to clear the requirements. Now both you and as a software engineer and the consumer, they are very happy. Why? They both have some advantages here. First, as a developer, you are getting the software project and you are just starting to work because you are going to make the prototype. You are quite happy. As a user, he is also happy because for 1 or 2 years of project, he is getting the product in just 1 or 2 months. So he can feel it. He can work with it. He knows what he is getting. But the problem with prototype is one. First of all, you will give a working version of the software as a prototype. Okay. Now, when you are making a prototype, you are not considering the quality of the software. You are not putting any effort for the software quality assurance. even for the software engineering aspect like maintainability, etc. So when you give this to the user will say, oh, I want it. Just do these few fixes, put this button here and put this function and give it to me. But the software development management, they know what they have made. So they will relent. They will not give it. There's one more thing. Maybe the algorithm you have used to make a prototype, you might be using some different operating system. You might have used programming language which is not the proper programming language for this particular project. So the OS you are using, the programming language you have, so Java you have used, C# will be better. And the algorithm you have used, they are quite inefficient. Okay. But this will be a part of the system as a prototype, and this will become the final system. So it will become the integral part, and you know that this is not fair. The algorithm is inefficient. So this will become the final software. That is the problem.